The husband drives to pick up his wife for a private party. The moment the car window rolls down, the wife discovers another woman sitting in the passenger seat. She says nothing and walks straight over to open the car door. She questions the woman, telling her this is her exclusive seat. The woman explains apologetically that the husband told her to sit here. It turns out she's the husband's secretary. The wife's heart fills with disappointment. She had been looking forward to this party and dressed up specially for it. She never expected her husband would let this woman who looks like his ex-girlfriend sit in her exclusive spot. The wife certainly won't allow someone else to take her place. She directly orders the secretary to get out. The secretary can only obediently move to the back seat. As soon as the wife gets in, she notices the seat has been adjusted. She immediately questions her husband coldly. Seeing his wife angry, the husband quickly tries to sweet-talk her. He even fastens her seatbelt for her. But the wife says she no longer wants to attend the party. Then she turns to the secretary and tells her to get out and take a taxi home herself. The secretary can only get out crying and take a taxi home. The next day, the wife arrives at the office and sees her husband putting a necklace on the secretary. Seeing his wife enter, the husband immediately greets her guiltily. The wife can tell at a glance that this necklace is worth at least $1 million. The wife questions her husband about giving such an expensive necklace to a new assistant. She demands an explanation. To her surprise, the husband says calmly that the secretary has been performing well recently, and this necklace is her reward. But how could the wife not understand his intentions? She directly tells the secretary to take off the necklace. Helpless, the secretary reluctantly removes the necklace. The wife takes it and throws it straight into the trash. Then she turns to her husband and demands he transfer $20 million to her within 1 minute, and note it as a voluntary gift. At first, the husband thinks his wife is just throwing a tantrum. But the next second, the most expensive antique vase in the office is smashed to the ground by his wife. The husband is both angry and heartbroken, blaming his wife. But the wife completely ignores him. The wife calmly says there are 34 seconds left. Seeing her husband still hasn't realized his mistake, the wife looks up at the famous painting. This painting is worth exactly $20 million. Seeing this situation, the husband finally realizes his wife is truly angry. He quickly transfers the money as his wife requested, finally saving the painting. Then the wife sternly warns her husband. She cannot tolerate any crossing of boundaries. She hopes her husband won't disappoint her. The husband promises on the surface that he won't do it again. But that evening, the wife receives a message from her informant. The husband has taken the secretary to a private party. The secretary even posted their photos on social media to show off. The wife realizes the secretary is deliberately challenging her boundaries. She immediately calls her husband angrily, asking why he let the secretary replace her at the dinner party. The husband says nervously that they can talk about it at home. It's not convenient now. But the wife won't indulge him. She directly tells him to turn on the speakerphone. Knowing he's in the wrong, the husband has no choice but to comply. The wife directly demands the husband slap the secretary immediately. After saying this, she hangs up the phone. Although the husband is reluctant, he can only slap the secretary. Then he rushes home to explain to his wife that he and the secretary are